And it is time to go racing from Bristol. Robbie Neely and Kyle Keller on the front row. The second row will have Chance Madrick, Aiden Kaiser, Jim Johnson, Andrew Thornton have the third row, Casey Pacala, and Frank Klein on the fourth row. Kyle Martin, Curtis Town rounding out the top 10. Kyle Knapp and Josh Doobie 11th and 12th. 13th is going to be Matt Hayden, Harold Rothery, and 14th. Fred Houle, 15th. Brian Edwards, 16th. Kyle Lefevre, 17th. 18th is Riley Maricchio. Michael Cray in 19th, and Ryan Hufford in 20th. Ed Jones, Paul Phillips, Ethan Wolf, and Edmund Jones round out the field, and it does look like everybody made it in. Yep, all 26 cars made it in. This one's going to get wild. Pace car leads them around one more time, and then we're all going to hold our breaths. Cold tires here, and these guys pushing it to the limit. It's definitely going to get a bit exciting early on. Pace car is in. Here we go. Green is in the air. They're down and away from Bristol. Off into turn one and out of turn two already. A little bit sketchy as they go around. And it looks like there's been a wreck behind. No caution yet. We'll take a look at them in just a moment. Looks like Frank Klein involved. Frank ends up in the wall. He's got a car behind him in the wall. Ends up going for a ride down into pit road. Robbie Neely still in the lead. Kyle Keller in second. Chance Madrick in third. Aiden Kaiser in fourth. And Jim Johnson in fifth. Frank Klein on pit road, as is Fred Houle. Paul Phillips might be the safest one in the field. Currently back at 24th, battling with Ed Jones Sr. Kyle Keller was the fastest in the Legends, fastest here in practice. Actually, second fastest. 22nd place car, Michael Whiting, was fastest in practice. Harold Rothery up 5 spots into 9th, biggest mover so far. Actually, Bradley Hall also up 5 spots, started in 25th. Caution is out, and looks like Michael Whiting involved. Oh, I don't know if that was netcode or just Michael Whiting getting loose along with Paul Phillips. Paul Phillips just clips the back of Michael Whiting's car, had nowhere to go. Looks like that was Brad Hall up on the high side. Looks like a little bit of netcode when Brad came down. with Michael already being loose, things got a little sketchy. So a few drivers hitting pit road. Paul Phillips in for repairs. Michael Whiting goes in for repairs. Kyle Keller still has the lead. Chance Madrick in second. Robbie Keneally in third. Aiden Kaiser in fourth. Jim Johnson now in fifth. Andrew Thornton sixth. Casey Pacala seventh. McRecken in eighth. Harold Rothery in ninth. And Kyle Knapp in 10th. Kyle Martin McRecken in that new chrome paint scheme said, yeah, you know, everybody thinks the chrome car drives through everybody, so he might as well live up to his name here. Lights should be going out on the pace car next time by, and we'll go green flag racing again. If you haven't already, drop in the comments, say hello. Let us know who you're cheering for here tonight. Tires won't be cold anymore, so Chris Johnson cheering on McRecken. Hey, thanks, Chris. I appreciate it, buddy. Lights out, ready to go. Chance Madrick, Kyle Keller up front. Kyle in control of the restart. Here they come out of 4. Kyle fires, green is in the air. Down into turn 1, Kyle gets a good jump. Here comes Aiden Kaiser. Jim Johnson back in 5th, just watching the side-by-side action ahead. Kaiser and Keneally battling it out right behind Chance Madrick. Aiden Kaiser tries to get down under Madrick, couldn't make a move. Kind of stuck there. Now he can get down. Robbie Keneally still looking to the inside. Ethan Wolf has crashed. We'll take a look in a moment. No caution. Ethan Wolf has towed to pit road. His chances of winning may be over. Oh, it looks like due to netcode. Kyle Keller out front, still Chance, still holding on to second. The battle for third continues. Meanwhile, Harold Rothery in the Country Time Lemonade car, up 5 spots into 9th. Looking back through the field, Edmund Jones up 8 spots already. He is into 16th. Brad Hall up 5 spots into 20th. Paul Phillips currently running in 22nd. Caution. Looks like Curtis Town involved. Curtis looking up high. Oh, just comes down, clips and catches several cars. Brian Edwards gets caught. Michael Cray, Ryan Hufford. Edwards just nowhere to go. Let's see what happened with Michael Cray here. Cray already a bit loose off the turn, tries to avoid it, but has another car, the 88, just comes down and collects him. We saw Ryan Hufford almost avoided it with Michael Cray, but they end up getting together, bringing out the second caution. Chris Johnson calling it now. It's either going to be Jim Johnson or McRecken for the win. Jim Johnson currently in 8th, McRecken in 7th. Honestly, Chris, McRecken said if I used his name, he would laugh so hard he'd probably crash. So I'm just going to keep saying it and see if it actually does affect him. Plus, there's so many Kyles in the field that it is easier to call him McRecken. We've got Kyle Keller in 1st place, Kyle Martin in 8th, Kyle Knapp in 10th, and Kyle Lefevre in 12th. Jim Johnson comes into pit road, McRecken also on pit road. Curtis Town, Paul Phillips, Brian Edwards all also on pit road. It is Bristol, and it is very Bristolish out there tonight. Still have a lot of cars. Jim Johnson's coming back out. It looks like Brian Edwards, Paul Phillips, and Curtis Town all still on pit road. Frank Klein is out. Ethan Wolf, Michael Whiting way at the back. Whiting was one of the fastest in practice. Kyle Keller still a little bit of a blink going on. Chance Madrick and Kyle Keller on the front row. Kyle choosing to restart up on top. Excuse me. Lights are out there getting ready to fire. Pace car is in. Chance fires early. Or Kyle, fires early. Green flag in the air. Chance Madrick got caught napping on this one. Robbie Keneally in 3rd. Aiden Kaiser 4th. Casey Pacala now in 5th. Casey was slow in practice. I think he was sandbagging. No surprise out of him. Andrew Thornton in 6th. Harold Rothery has been storming through the field, up to 7th after starting in 14th. Kyle Knapp up to 8th. Doobie in 9th. Matt Hayden in 10th. Jim Johnson and McRecken have fallen back dramatically since the restart. Jim now back at 16th. McRecken in 17th. And look at Jim Johnson, out of the turn. That car is wickedly out of shape. They've got heat in the tires now, but still struggling with that car being a little bit loose. Meanwhile, out front, Kyle Keller storming away. He's got a 6/10 of a second lead on Chance Madrick. Robbie Keneally in 3rd has Aiden Kaiser right there with him. Casey Pacala also there. Andrew Thornton in 6th. Rothery has caught back up in 7th and brought Kyle Knapp with him. Josh Doobie in 9th. Matt Oven Mitts Hayden in 10th. Brian Edwards and Michael Whiting have crashed. No caution. Let's see what happened. Whiting is on pit road. Brian Edwards comes Michael Whiting was already crashed. Brian Edwards came down and caught it. What happened? Wrong replay. Right replay. Oh! Michael Whiting hits the wall out of turn 2, flips it over. At least Brian was kind enough to flip him back over. We are under caution. It looks like Ryan Hufford has crashed, Jim Johnson has crashed, and Curtis Town also crashed. Hufford into the wall, tries to drive it. He clips another car. Several cars end up in the outside wall. What happened to Jim Johnson with all this mess going on? Jim down on the bottom. Ed Jones, he gets a little bit of a tap from McRecken. Well, McRecken got his name for a reason. Curtis Town was one of the drivers we saw hit the wall out of the turn as well. Matt Hayden on pit road, Ryan Hufford, Jim Johnson also on pit road, Curtis Town, Brian Edwards on pit road. Paul Phillips appears to have retired in addition to Frank Klein, rather. And Kyle Keller continues to dominate here. McRecken now in 15th, right behind Ed Jones Sr. It is Kyle Keller and Chance Madrick up front. And you know what would be a little bit fun to do here? Kyle Martin is going to be way back in the field when the green flag drops, as it looks like he is getting the penalty. These cars are doing a lap of Bristol in 13 seconds. Kyle Martin is going to get to see everything when the restart happens. We might just have to ride along with him. Just waiting for the one to green. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. We have the XCal All-Star event. If you missed last year, you missed 5 and 6 wide racing at Michigan. They were using the apron to pass on the backstretch. It is going to be insane fun to watch that one. They stack back up for the restart. McRecken at the back of the field. Needs to pull up if he's going to give us some good views here. Down the back straightaway, you see the leaders going into turn 3 rather. As Kyle Martin, aka McRecken, gets ready, pace car is in. They fire up front. Green flag is in the air. We're going to see a 13-second lap here. Kyle jumps to the high side. We had a car drop down to the apron on the restart. Down the back straightaway, already looking at turn 3. Out of the throttle. Not by much. Sparks fly ahead. And, big wreck ahead. Can Kyle navigate it? He does! How did he do that? Caution is out, and I do not know how Kyle Martin navigated that. Andrew Thornton and Kyle Lefevre involved. Looks like Andrew down on the apron trying to make a pass, gets into Lefevre, and a chain reaction behind when he comes back up. Sorry, Lefevre was back and got caught up in the stack up. Hard into the inside wall. Ed Jones Sr. getting caught in that as well. McRecken gave him a little tap going into the turn. And he comes down, nowhere to go. Brad Hall also involved. Brad just nowhere to go. He gets sandwiched and pushed out. Let's back up the replay just a little bit because this is where Andrew Thornton and the problems came to a close. But let's see if we can get a little bit better angle on this. Coming out of turn 4 down to the start-finish line. A little wreck ahead. Oh, that was Casey Pekela got bumped down to the apron. The car to his outside gets pushed into the outside wall, bounces off, and Andrew Thornton has nowhere to go. They stack up behind. Meanwhile, Kyle Keller continues to lead. Robbie Keneally in second. Chance Madrick now in third. Hayden Kaiser in fourth. Harold Rothery continues his charge. He is now up into fifth. Josh Doobie in sixth. Kyle Knapp in seventh. Matt Hayden eighth. Kyle Martin in ninth. Riley Maricchio in 10th. And hey, if you're watching on Facebook, hit that little thumbs up button. If you're out there, you know, you can say hi in the comments. We do talk to you. This has been a wild one so far. Bristol, always non-stop excitement, but I think they dialed it up to 11 for this one. Lights are out on the pace car. They get ready to go green. Kyle Keller, Robbie Keneally on the front row. Chance Madrick, Aiden Kaiser on the second row. Rothery and Doobie have the third. Kyle Knapp, Matt Hayden on the fourth, McRecken and Riley Maricchio rounding out the top 10. It has definitely been exciting so far. Now the pace car drops back in. Here we go. Green flag in the air. A little bit of a stack up on the bottom line. Looks like Chance Madrick had a hard time getting going. The top three break away. Chance Madrick just seems like he is not up to speed in fourth place. Now starting to find a little bit of that speed, but meanwhile, Kyle Keller, Robbie Keneally, and Aiden Kaiser have opened up a small gap. The draft does come into play here, and it looks like they might close back up. Single file through a large portion of the field. Edmund Jones now up 12 spots into 12th. Bradley Hall up 12 spots into 13th. Both drivers making their way forward quickly. As we've got the Kyles battling it out now. Kyle Martin, Kyle Lefevre, Kyle Knapp going backwards quickly. And McRecken, Kyle Martin pulls ahead into 9th. Kyle Lefevre up 7 spots into 10th. Kyle Knapp back in 14th, but the Kyle up front is Kyle Keller. Robbie Keneally managing to stay with him, at least for the moment. Aiden Kaiser still within striking distance, and Chance Maderick closing in. Kyle Lefevre has crashed. We saw him going backwards a moment ago. Oh, just gets loose out of turn 4. Ends up down on the inside wall. He might be done. It looks like the engine has blown. Kyle Keller still in the lead with Keneally in second. Keller's blinking is definitely giving a little bit of an advantage to Robbie Neely. And looks like we've got a wreck behind Kyle Knapp involved. Caution. Off turn 4 down into turn. Oh, we've got a car in the wall up top. Knapp makes it through. Was that Ethan Wolf? Oh, there was a car popping a wheelie in front of him. Let's try and figure out who was in front of him with their nose in the air. Car bounces off the wall, another one comes down, and it is just, things happen so fast when you're doing 13-second laps on a half-mile track. Kyle Keller has led every lap so far. "13 cars still showing on the lead lap. Andrew Thornton being waved around. He'll be back on the lead lap. Kyle Knapp on pit road. He's trying to get down. He might maintain the lead lap. We'll have to wait and see. Kyle Keller, Robbie Keneally still holding the top 2 spots. Aiden Kaiser, Chance Maderick on the 2nd row. Doobie and Hayden on the 3rd row. Oven Mitts up 7 spots into 6 now. And look who is making his way forward quickly and quietly. Riley Maricchio up 11 spots into 7th. Harold Rothery up 6 spots into 8th. McRecken currently in 9th. Edmund Jones up 14 spots into 10th. Brad Hall up 14 spots into 11th. Casey Pekela in 12th. We saw him in trouble earlier in the race. Michael Cray up 6 spots into 13th. Just under 25 laps to go, and at this point, Kyle Keller just needs good restarts to control the race. Lights are out on the pace car. They stack back up for the restart. Lights are back on the pace car. They delay the restart. Fred Houle on his way back off of pit road. He was involved in that incident. Chris Johnson predicted Jim Johnson or McRecken for the win here. Jim Johnson appears to be out. McRecken currently in 9th. They'll have just over 20 laps to go once the green drops. Can McCracken make it to the front? And they delay the green one more time. Now the lights are back out on the pace car. I do believe we'll go green this time. Pace car getting ready to drop off out of turn 4. Here they come. Kyle Keller in charge. They fire. Green is in the air. Riley Maricchio tried to make something happen on the restart. Couldn't get low enough. Oh, Riley, hold on to it. But oh, we've got cars in the wall. In the turn. Caution is out. Looked like Kyle Keller might have been caught. No telling who else. Kyle definitely had some flight there. I believe Chance Madrick was the other car involved. It was. Chance got sent to the wall and then back down to the bottom. Looks like Edmund Jones may have got caught in it, as well as Casey Pacala. Edmund just drives under all of it, then gets collected by Matt Hayden. Casey Pacala, who has been steadily working his way toward the front, almost clears it. Matt Hayden, Edmund Jones, Chance Madrick all have to tow to pit road. Their nights may be over. Andrew Thornton looks like he is getting another lap back. Currently showing about 3 laps down. This should put him at 2 laps down. Robbie Keneally did manage to get a little bit ahead. You gotta wonder what happened to Kyle Keller here on the restart, that he lost so much ground. And there it was. Watch the bottom car into turn 1. He gets a little too low here and just doesn't get up to speed. I think there might have even been some netcode involved, but the driver who has dominated the race so far now might be done. Looking to see, Kyle is on pit road. Looks like his night may be done. That has got to be a bit heartbreaking after being so dominant here tonight. Lights are out on the pace car. Keneally in control. Aiden Kaiser on the outside. Josh Doobie, Riley Maricchio on the second row. Harold Rothery and McCracken on the third. Kyle Knapp, Michael Cray on the 4th row, Bradley Hall rounding out the top 9 and all the cars on the lead lap. Andrew Thornton in 10th is 2 laps down. 9 cars left on the lead lap as they come down. Green flag in the air. Keneally leads them down, 15 laps to go. Aiden Kaiser now in 2nd. Doobie up to 3rd. Kyle Martin picks up a spot on the restart from Maricchio. He's now up to 4th. Riley Maricchio currently in 5th. Harold Rothery in 6th. Kyle Knapp in 7th. Michael Cray in 8th. Brad Hall back in 9th. All the lead lap cars single file for the moment. Oh! Doobie gets wicked loose off turn 4. Kyle McRecken Martin sneaks by. Riley Maricchio finds an opening as well. Maricchio can't keep the nose in. Ed Jones has crashed. Fred Houle has crashed. No caution yet. Let's see what happened to Ed and Fred. A car gets loose right in front of him. I believe that's Andrew Thornton. Fred tries to take advantage down to the bottom. Can't make it. Robbie Keneally already into lap traffic after Fred Houle going around. 9 laps to go. Lap traffic might affect the outcome of this one. Fred jumps up to the high side, lets the 2 leaders, whoa! Almost clips the back of Robbie Keneally. A little bobble out of Aiden Kaiser down on the bottom. Aiden cannot get by Fred Houle. Kyle Martin now closing in on him. 7 laps to go, coming to 6 to go. Robbie Keneally, meanwhile, has 1 car and about 3/4 of a second of a gap. Fred slows down just a little bit. Aiden Kaiser gets by. Kyle McRecken Martin looks to the holy cow! Fred Houle is fighting like he is going for the win here. McRecken down to the bottom trying to close in on Aiden Kaiser. They've got 4 laps to go. He clears Fred Houle. Josh Doobie in 4th. Riley Maricchio up to 5th after starting in 18th. Oh, Doobie and Fred Houle connect. Doobie holds on to it. Houle holds on to it. Maricchio tried to take advantage. Couldn't do it. The lap car was there. Now he's gotten to the high side. Maricchio now to 4th. Fred Houle drops to the bottom. Kyle Martin has caught Aiden Kaiser, but they're coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go for Robbie Keneally. Aiden Kaiser in 2nd. Kyle McRecken cannot get there. Robbie Keneally wins his first ever race with the Jones BS Racing League. Aiden Kaiser comes home 2nd. McRecken is 3rd. Holy cow, what a crazy race. Riley Maricchio comes home 4th. Josh Doobie finishes 5th. Let's see if we can get a word with McRecken. Hey, McRecken, it's Doug. You got me?
I do.
Looked like you had a little bit of fun and a whole lot of excitement out there tonight.
Oh, yeah, we'll call it that.
Yeah, are you sweating a little bit after that one?
Oh, just a little bit of a hair.
It looked like you had quite a fight. It did not look like you could actually get back up as high as you did after some earlier incidents and having to go to the back.
Oh, yeah. The reason why I was sitting in the back after I was like sitting 7th or 8th or something like that. Lap car was coming by, and I didn't hear him say he was coming by, and absolutely ramped off the back of me and nailed Jim in the process. So that's why me and him were sitting at the back for a little while, and then I don't know how I drove through the mess that you were watching me do. Yeah, and then everything else just exploded around me, and I guess I ended up third.
Well, let's talk about that mess when we were in car with you on the restart. Were your eyes closed?
No, they were wide awake and getting bigger.
I do not know how you drove through that, man, but that is definitely one of the biggest parts of you coming home third tonight.
Oh, yeah, just hit the loud pedal. That's all you gotta do.
Well, it definitely worked, buddy. Congratulations. That was an awesome, awesome top 3 finish.
Yes, thank you, bud.
Aiden Kaiser comes home in second. We'll see if we can catch him. Hey, Aiden, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir, I do.
Hey, yeah, that was an exciting race, but I think you're one of the few cars that came home in one piece tonight.
Yeah, I just try to stay clean and kind of just race my race and just be smart and just look ahead and just try not get in the mess.
Well, you definitely managed to avoid a lot of chaos tonight. There at the end with the lap car, if you cleared the lap car, could you have gotten to Robbie there at the end?
I don't think so, because he's super conservative with his car, and he's a great racer and a clean racer. I know him in real life and everything, and he's super smooth and clean. I don't think I would have caught him.
Well, you definitely would have gave him a run for your money. Man, that was a great run there at the end, that long run. You definitely had a ton of speed, buddy.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, let's see if we can find our... There he is. Hey, Robbie, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, that got a little bit wild. You were up front all night, but when Kyle disappeared, did you think you had it locked up?
I think for sure. I mean, he was pretty fast there. Definitely at the start, I just wasn't expecting it. You know, I kind of came in late, only had like a lap of practice. Definitely surprised me putting it on pole there, no doubt. But just a little bit of lack of experience, not practicing enough. I got really, really loose those first few laps and just kind of rode, and everything kind of fell into my lap there.
It did look like you, on those early laps, you got a bit out of shape, but you still managed to hold on to it somehow, and that was probably some very miraculous saves there.
Yeah, for sure. The car was definitely like hitting the track a little bit at some weird spots, and it would definitely snap loose there. But it was pretty nice to save it and be able to move on.
Well, man, you did a great job tonight. You come home with the win. Congratulations. That was an awesome victory.
Thank you.
Robbie Keneally comes home with the win. What a win it was. What a night it was. What an awesome, awesome race it has been. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget, tomorrow night we have the XCal All-Star event. You certainly do not want to miss that. There will be 5 and 6 wide racing at Michigan. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow night. Have a great night.